Detroit Promise. Detroit Promise.
Detroit Promise.
Hi, my name is Jamel Thompson. I am a graduate of Michigan Technological University on the Detroit Promise Scholarship. I graduated from Renaissance High School in 2018, got my bachelor's in environmental engineering, and I graduated with my bachelor's in 2022. I will be starting my master's in water resource policy at Grand Valley State University. I was excited about Detroit Promise mainly because I am a first generation college student, so I didn't really know how to navigate any of that, and me not having to worry about having to pay for school allowed me to actually look at schools for the programs more than just the price. It is such an amazing experience and an opportunity for students to have that a lot of students don't get to have. Being from Detroit and really didn't think what my life could be after obtaining a degree or just going to school and what I can gain from it, other people's cultures and learning about like who I am by going through college.
My name is Kristen Marbury, and I am the manager for community college engagement with the Detroit Promise. Words to describe the Detroit Promise: empowering, uplifting, mobility. Detroit students will be able to get a post-secondary education tuition-free. Detroit Promise does have transfer scholarships. If a student starts off at a community college, there is an opportunity for them to go to a 4-year and get their bachelor's degree tuition-free. The upward mobility for our students to be able to go from high school to college and into the workforce. And I just love being a part of the Detroit Promise. Especially when I see my students. I mean, that always gives me just an internal happiness, helping them reach their goals. I wish I had a program like this when I was going through school. Detroit Promise actually didn't start off as the Detroit Promise. It was actually the Detroit Scholarship Fund. And I believe in a press conference, the mayor called it the Detroit Promise, and that's where the name was born. And we actually have like Promise Zones all over the country now. We get so much good feedback from students. They're happy that they're able to get a free education, and the Detroit Promise really just tries to provide more than just a scholarship to students. We really try to provide a community for students. The community building is so important because I think a lot of times when students first start college, they feel like they're kind of on that boat alone. To have that sense of connection to your campus and to other students, I think is really powerful.
I went to Cass Technical High School. I graduated in 2018. That July, I was straight to Wayne State campus. I decided I needed to take a step back, so I decided to go to community college at Henry Ford Community. And then I got my associate's, and now I'm back at Wayne State to pursue my bachelor's. Detroit Promise for me offered financial help, one. It created a family for me. I'm extremely proud. It was not easy by any means, and I really wanted to give up at times, but I knew that this is where I was meant to be, and it was something that I had to complete for myself, especially being a first gen. So it was really important to me. I'm just gonna keep going.
I went to high school at Western International High School in Southwest Detroit. Graduated in 2018, and then in the fall in September, I went to Henry Ford College. I'd be the first in my family to get a college degree, so that's a big major step in my family. Detroit Promise has helped a lot. I'm really blessed and grateful to have the opportunity that I had. I think if it wasn't for them, the story would have been different. Just wanted to make my family proud. I come from a low-income family, and my parents didn't get the opportunities that I'm getting now. They didn't get to finish primary school, so the fact that I'm going above and beyond that, it's just an honor, and I'm just continuing to just keep pursuing my goals and dreams, and Detroit Promise has gave me that.
I went to high school at Renaissance High School. I graduated in 2019. When I graduated high school, I thought I was going to go straight to Oakland University. I was really excited and nervous for my first time of attending college. It has definitely been a major weight lifted with the tuition-free opportunity, and also just having the connections and coaches and mentors that they offer as well. It has been extremely helpful for me as a student and as a person. Detroit Promise was really hands-on in my college experience. I want to say thank you. This opportunity has been a blessing for me and my family.
Being from parents who also have gone to college and received college bachelor's degrees, we inspired her all her life to get a higher education. As a parent, I think you want your child to be the best that they can be and have the opportunities available to them. And the Promise program does that.
Our coaches keep students plugged into the campus, they keep them plugged into resources, and of course plugged into other students and to the Detroit Promise as a whole.
Their job is dedicated to help you learn and thrive as an adult. And they really help me in times of need and steer me on the right path to be a better student and making sure that I have a balance of being a healthy individual as well as being the best student I can be.
It's great that they have campus coaches at the college which help the student navigate the college life, as well as mentors who actually have encouraged my daughter.
The fact that it's been 10 years, I always sit back and think of how many more college-educated Detroiters are existing, how many of them are coming back to the city.
When they first started, it was only 2 coordinators that went into high schools and were getting students registered for the Detroit Promise. And since then, the program has grown so much. I hope that we continue to onboard more schools for our students to participate in. College opens doors. They say it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. But sometimes that what you know, which comes with a college degree, even just gets you in the door. We had a student who was going through University of Michigan and they stopped out, they were living in their car, they were just going through it, and just being connected to the Detroit Promise and telling us what they were going through. We were able to get that student back in school, get them some housing covered. They'll be on their way to graduate very soon. I have heard so many students say that they are first-generation college students. They're first in their family to go to school. And that has been historically due to not being able to pay for it. And hopefully inspire others in their family to follow along in those footsteps and do the same. I have seen Promise programs grow before my own eyes, and it just shows how important these are in different parts of the country. Thank you all for being a part of these programs and helping our students succeed and grow. Please keep pouring into these programs because they clearly work.
No matter what life throws at you, you can always rise above whatever obstacle may be thrown at you. You can always make it.
For some people, it may feel like, oh, college is far-fetched, it's not for me, it's not something I'm capable of doing. Just lead by example, be a living proof of it, and I just try to tell them that if I can do it, you can do it.
Work hard, study hard, dedicate your time and your energy to your education. It pays off in dividends, and you are the future.
It's like we have our own little network and other people that can relate to our situations. Just speaking with the Detroit Promise changed my mind instantly, and I was like, okay, this is for me.
And the community support that you've given, we please ask you to continue that.
You're planting the seeds to help people change the world.